On April 19th, 2024, emergency dispatchers received an urgent call from an apartment complex where a dispute involving 2 parents and 9 children had escalated into chaos.
Is this the gash that you're talking about? Yeah. Liam is not even bleeding. Looks like a scratch, like an ugly scratch, but a scratch.
Inside the apartment, officers found a toddler with a forehead injury, and 2 parents giving wildly conflicting accounts of who was responsible.
She threw a fan at me. I shielded myself, and when the fan came down, it hit her 1-year-old son in the forehead. She went up to my son and just started hitting him on the side of the head, hard as I was like, you're not going to hit my son.
With allegations ranging from thrown appliances to physical abuse against toddlers, officers faced a disturbing question. Which parent was telling the truth?
He does what he wants. He'll sit out on his bed, just pee on his bed. My son had gotten her face to ask for another banana, and she shoved him over. His head hit the glass cage.
When officers first arrived at the residence, Savannah was waiting inside to present her side of the story. She explained that the morning's confrontation stemmed from recurring arguments over household discipline.
He's like, to the point, he does what he wants. He'll sit out on his bed, just pee on his bed, and everything else. So it gets me and her arguing because when my kids pee the bed, they instantly get a butt whooping.
Savannah claimed that lack of transportation forced the family to delay laundry, compounding tension over the 3-year-old stepson's behavior.
They have to sit in their urinated bed sheets because she doesn't want to go do laundry with me or anything because I don't have a license, so she's the driver.
Okay.
So I can't go to the laundromat for my kids, and she refuses to do it because he's just going to keep peeing on himself because he's just doing what he wants at this point. And she's like, no, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing that.
Savannah claimed the argument turned violent over a minor request for fruit in the kitchen.
My son had gotten her face to ask for another banana, and she shoved him over. His head.
Wait, got in her face?
Yeah, like he was like, could I have a banana?
She alleged that when she stepped in to defend her child, Alexis escalated the violence even further.
So then I came out and I told her, don't put hands on my kid, grabbed the fan, chucked it at me. My son was next to me. It had bounced off me, hit him.
Savannah claimed she was then struck by additional thrown items, leaving visible marks.
I had pushed her at that point because it injured my 1-year-old. And then she had grabbed something, yeah, bruised my whole hip instantly.
As officers questioned Savannah further, she attempted to justify the tension by claiming the toddler was intentionally misbehaving.
He even had made an allegation one time of his grandpa touching him, and I called the police and everything. If they come to find out his grandpa never touched him, he only said that to get his way.
How old is that son?
3, and he knows what he's doing, and he just keeps doing it.
He, responding officer, immediately cut her off, sharing personal experience to dismiss the idea that a toddler could possess such calculated intent.
Listen, time out. I'm just going to interrupt here because I have a 3-year-old at home. They aren't that smart. I'm just going to be honest with you, and I'm not going to argue with you.
He went to the doctors and everything.
Oh, okay, ma'am. I'm not. What I'm saying, and beyond that, you said that he intentionally pisses the bed. Those are things my 3-year-old could not intentionally do any of that. He could maybe not care as much as you do about it, but it's a lot of him pissing in his sleep. One, he should be wearing a diaper. I'm assuming if he's in the transition.
No, he's fully
my son is too, but he still pees in his sleep. There are cases of kids pissing in bed till they're 10, 11 years old because they sleep so deep. I'm not going to keep wasting my breath. I'm going to get out of here.
Recognizing that children were exposed to danger, the officer delivered a warning before stepping outside to review the case.
I'm going to go file warrants for domestic assault simple and also criminal or child endangerment. Those warrants will be pushed through today and will likely be active and in the system, if not today, tomorrow morning. If she's here and you know she's here and you know she's wanted, you're obligated to call and let us know she's here. So I would suggest you tell her to turn herself in because she can get you in trouble too. DHS is required to be notified because it's a child issue.
Officers tracked down Alexis outside the complex to record her version of events.
She got all upset, and I ended up taking my kids and I left. And she said that she called you guys and I have a warrant, so I want to clear up whatever.
When asked about the argument in the kitchen, Alexis broke down how the dispute over the fruit actually started.
I ended up going to the store to buy the kids bananas. Well, I only had enough for a dozen of them, which is 8. We have 8 kids, but 2 of them are eating. So I ate a banana. We had 6 passed out to the kids. I ate one, and I told my stepson, I was like, there's not enough for you to get another one because it's not fair to everybody else.
Alexis insisted she never violently pushed the toddler, as Savannah had claimed.
So then, as soon as, she went to the back room, he's all up, I don't want to.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, so he was all up in my face like this. I said, step back. I ain't push him to where he hit the table or anything.
Right.
So he ended up stumbling back.
According to Alexis, Savannah lost her temper and initiated the physical fight.
She got mad, came out of the room, and then she just started screaming and yelling, talking about I'm enabling my son's behavior because he keeps peeing on himself. That's what the argument was over. My son kept peeing on himself, and she's like, you're enabling the behavior. So she got mad, and she threw a fan at me. I shielded myself, and when the fan came down, it hit her 1-year-old son in the forehead. If you see him, you'll see the mark on his forehead.
Alexis admitted to striking back during the confrontation, claiming it was self-defense against a larger opponent.
Yeah.
And I said, you're going to go to jail because I said, you're showing domestic. I was like, I don't want to be a part of that. So I said, I'm just going to take my kids and go. She got pissed off. She ran up on me, started swinging on me. So then I kicked her back. I ain't gonna lie, I did. I kicked her in her stomach because I was trying to get her back.
Alexis then alleged Savannah vented her frustration directly onto a child before throwing household goods in rage.
She's a big woman, taller than me, heavier set. I had to get her back. So then when I kicked her back, she got pissed off. She went up to my son and just started hitting him on the side of the head, hard as fuck. I was like, you're not gonna hit my son. Yeah,
Which son?
My 3-year-old boy. And he's not injured because he just got hit upside the head,
Okay.
It was like 3-4 times she did that. I was like, you're not gonna hit my son. Then she tried to swing.
So she just started taking it out on him?
Yeah, she does.
Why
that.
do you think she would?
Because when she gets overwhelmed, she gets, okay, so it's hard to explain because it's just a lot. When I met her, she was in termination. She was like, they were like, you're in a domestic situation, you're not trying to leave out of it, we're going to terminate your rights for your kids.
Oh, okay.
But then when I got with her, my GAL and my kids guardian ad litem and my attorney, they fought for Savannah to keep her kids because they're like, either we're going to take away Alexis's kids because she's in a negative, relationship, or we're going to, give her kids back.
To clarify the conflicting statements, officers spoke with the apartment manager on scene.
So they helped Savannah get her kids back. But when Savannah gets overwhelmed, she takes her anger out on the kids. And I try to explain that to her all the time, but she doesn't understand. So when I came back, when I dropped my kids off at my sister's, I came back and she's like, oh, you're going to have a warrant out for your arrest. You're going to do this and that. I was like, no.
The apartment manager pulled me aside. She said, I'm not sticking up for either one of them, but I can tell you the one out here always leaves. She leaves, try to defuse the situation. She said the one inside is the biggest problem.
When re-questioned, Savannah admitted her primary fear was losing custody of her children once again.
The first thing that came to my mind is last time this happened, my kids was yanked out of my hands. Yeah. And it took 3 years to get them home, and that was only 6 months ago I finally got them home. So for them to potentially have to be ripped from my arms again, it's going to break my heart.
Because neither woman displayed severe physical injuries, officers initially contemplated releasing both without immediate arrests.
So if I'm reading it right, there's like 9 kids in this house.
I'm just throwing this in real quick so you can finish talking.
Yeah, she seems much more like under control, self-control, like aware. And Savannah was just a ball of emotions.
She goes from our point of view, Savannah has always been the problem.
However, after prosecutors reviewed the body cam footage and evaluated the home environment, they issued formal arrest warrants for both parents.
So the reason I'm here today is...
Savannah's son?
Yep. You guys got to an argument, a fan was thrown, and then he was hit in the head with a fan by one of you two. We talked to the county attorney, and they do want to press charges on both of you for that incident.
Alexis was taken into custody outside the building without incident.
So you and Alexis are being charged for the incident that involved where you guys were throwing items and kid got hit during it?
When officers informed Savannah she was also under arrest, she reacted with anger and disbelief.
What? The same incident that they said, the EMS sat there and said that it was a nail scratch?
That's right. I legitimately, when I told you it's another detective's case, yeah, it is.
Accusing me of hurting my child that has seizures and is beyond sick.
Both women were booked into the county jail on domestic violence and child endangerment charges, while protective services stepped in to secure all 9 children.